Parthiban Kanavu, English translation by Anand Kannan, narrated by Sujatha Anand. Book 3, Chapter 34. My heavens, what is this? Vikraman and Ponnan mounted their horses and got on their way. As they started riding, Vikraman asked, Punna, you were the cartman in the turban, sporting a fake moustache, weren't you? Yes, my king. When I was in prison, I feared you might have forgotten me. Even if I had forgotten, there was someone who would not have let me forget. Who is it? Asked Vikraman. Who else? The lady who rescued you from the jaws of death. Vikraman's heart leapt on hearing this. He wanted to ask more about Kundavi, but suddenly he felt shy to ask. After a pause, he asked, Where are we going now? My king, we are going to Mamalapuram. Ponna? Yes, my king. We must reach Mamalapuram before morning. Yes, my king. That's why I suggested we leave immediately. The ship will wait till the afternoon. We will reach before then. After another pause, Vikraman asked, Where is Lady Kundavi now? I will be pleased if I can get a chance to thank her and bid goodbye. It is not possible, my king. What is not possible? To be able to say goodbye. It sounds that way. There is no time to go to Uriur now. My lady is not in Uriur now. She is in Mamalapuram, answered Punna. Ah! Exclaimed Vikraman. He felt a sense of exhilaration on hearing this news. This news, combined with the sense of freedom after having been imprisoned and the cool ride in the nighttime breeze, made him feel as if he was floating in the air. Then why did you say I can't say goodbye? I need to see the princess at least for a moment to thank her. I'd also like to entrust her with the job of looking for my mother. That is impossible, said Punna. How can you say that so emphatically? I say that because I know how determined my lady is. She has no intention of bidding you farewell. She is determined to leave with you. Really? Why did you not say this earlier? I was not supposed to say anything to you at all. My lady was planning to surprise you after you boarded the ship. Vikraman was lost in his thoughts until Ponnan said, Look over there, my king. Vikraman was brought back to the present. He saw a group of 10 or 12 men standing under a tree. One of them was carrying a torch. They presented a ghastly scene in the night. They were wearing garlands of skulls and had red sandal and kumkum paste all over their bodies. Their swords gleamed in the dim light. Vikraman shuddered. After the horses crossed them, he remarked, What a horrific scene! My king, they were waiting for you. Marappa Bhupati had ordered his soldiers to hand you over to these men. I preempted their plans. They wouldn't have expected you to ride like this. They will wait for you a little longer and return to report to Kapala Bhairavan that you did not arrive. Bhairavan is not going to be very happy with Marappan. Punna, you did not save me just from the emperor's punishment and the cult of human sacrifice. You saved me from the flash floods too. You have been the guardian angel of the Choya royal family. How am I going to repay you for all this? We will part ways tomorrow. I am not sure when I will see you again. What an odd thing to say, said Punna. What? Why would I part ways from you? Do you think I'm going to let you sail away, leaving me behind again? Valli is already in Mamalapuram with the princess. We are both sailing with you. Vikraman paused and said, Punna, I am happy to hear this. If you and Valli come along, it will be as good as taking my beloved Choya country with me. However, I have some misgivings. Who is going to look for the queen now? Who will tell her of your decision to leave? I came home to see her, but I am leaving without meeting her. Do we not need someone to stay behind to at least give her my messages? Ponnan had this thought at the back of his mind as well. He had been wondering if the sage had managed to find the queen. Despite his misgivings, he said, You don't have to worry about that, my king. The sage is all-powerful. He will find the queen and take care of her. You are right. Didn't he say he would meet us at the sculptor's house? Replied Vikraman. We can't take a detour now. If we go there, we are going to miss the ship. I realize that, but it is heartbreaking to leave without seeing Mother and the sage, said Vikraman. Kannan exclaimed, My heavens! What is this? They had approached the wild river and the Mahendra Mandap that was adjacent to the river. The scene in front of the pavilion astonished Kannan. There were 7 or 8 armed soldiers. 2 of them were carrying torches. A palanquin was on the ground. Lots of surprises tonight, muttered Kannan. Who could be there at this time of the night, Punna? Asked Vikraman. I don't know, my king. They don't look like Kapaliks. Who could they be? Perhaps Lady Kundavi has sent us help. But who is the palanquin for? They had neared the pavilion. Kannan thought one of the men looked familiar. Then he recognized him as Kumarappan, a member of Paranjyoti's entourage that he had met in Tiruchangatangudi. The man recognized Kannan as well. He exclaimed, Look who is here! Punna, do you know that the queen was rescued? She is inside the pavilion. She asked about you too. End of chapter 34.